The mission of the Avenue-LearnIT2teach Project is to develop courseware for learners and provide language educator training and professional development to support the integration and adaptation of immigrants to Canada. To achieve our project mission, we provide Canadian-centric blended learning resources and delivery tools, and we train language educators to engage clients by using open source learning technologies. Our vision is a Canadian newcomer population with ready access to information technology to assist their orientation and adaptation to Canada. And this supports the development of official language skills and builds a foundational digital skills that will improve their employability and their lives in Canada. Our vision also includes a Canadian community of professional teaching practice in the field of technology-enhanced language learning, that's TEL for short, and immigrant settlement language training. And that community shares resources freely, and language educators collaborate to identify and sustain and improve better practices. The project really aims to enable language training service provider organizations and sector professionals to create and support a continuum of online course delivery modes for newcomer language learning and adaptation to Canada.
The Avenue-LearnIT2teach Project is utilized by service providers funded by Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, and by programs funded by the Ontario Ministry of Immigration, Labour, Training, and Skill Development. The actual users are learners, newcomers to Canada who are developing their French or English language skills. It's used by teachers who deliver their programming through Avenue, and it's used by administrators of these programs. There are a number of key features of the Avenue-LearnIT2teach project. There is a learning management system and a portal. Learning management system is a virtual classroom. Teachers interact with their learners there, and learners interact with other learners as well. It's a social learning environment. The learning management system provides a number of tools which support portfolio-based language assessment, which is the approach in all of the settlement language training courses. The portal has an e-portfolio, which collects all of their work, and they can access it there.
Portfolio-based language assessment is a core philosophy in language training for adult newcomers. But paper-based portfolios have their inconveniences, one of which is just the physical size of the binder. By providing an e-portfolio solution for each learner in a class, there's an individual way of tracking your progress and storing assessments and feedback, which is enormously helpful.
The site is designed to support the Canadian language benchmarks through ready-made modules and e-units available in a catalog and course builder. There are 435 English modules and about 90 French modules or e-units in the course builder. Teachers can also customize the courses so that they can localize it for the needs of their region. The instructors are able to create a custom course based on the learner's needs, and they can add more content later. There is also integration with IRCC's National Repository for Settlement Language Training called Tutela. There's a single login, so one can log into both sites at the same time, and one can go into Tutela, select resources, and seamlessly bring them over to Avenue. The platform we provide, it's constantly evolving, it's not static. There's new content being added, new features constantly being added, and we listen to the community. When they identify a need, our programmers will try to address that.
what I witnessed as a teacher, as somebody who supports teachers in my organization, as a mentor, how the Avenue team listens to our feedback, especially with resources, because you cannot expect teachers to create online courses or blended courses, materials, as well as teach, as well as assess, as well as prep. It's impossible. And Avenue does a wonderful job of making sure that there are more and more units added, and our teachers can customize the units, adapt to local needs. They can create their own material, their own units, and that is something that we say the sky is the limit. So you have all these wonderful tools. You don't have to use all of them, but if you want to, they are available.
A key feature of the Avenue-LearnIT2teach project is the teacher training. The teacher training is delivered in 4 stages. There's a leadership training course as well. The site has informal professional development, blogs, podcasts, links to our webinars, a monthly newsletter.
We are so grateful that Avenue has so much support for the teachers, and if I can just list some of the support. So there are multiple helping files, instruction for students on how to use these different tools. Avenue organizes webinars that are free for teachers. Then there is live help. So at any time during the day, a teacher can go to a support person. We have a forum, an online forum for teachers only. And what is amazing about Avenue is that it is used across Canada. So we can connect and collaborate with link instructors in other provinces, and that wasn't the case before.
It's effective because it supports different modalities of delivery, whether it's hybrid, blended, fully online. The Avenue site can be accessed on tablets and mobile devices, on cell phones. Not all learners have access to laptops and desktop computers. Some of the service providers don't have computer labs, and they can ask their learners in class, in a blended class, to access their the site Avenue, do an activity using their phone.
The Avenue Learning Management System was launched in 2020. We're an indirect service provider to frontline language training programs for adult newcomers. We currently provide our LMS solution to about 130 school boards, community colleges, and community organizations across Canada. And in any given 30-day period, we host about 2,000 active courses and about 20,000 active learners. The tools we use for evaluation are formal tools like surveys, interviews, focus groups. They also consist of more informal channels for gathering feedback and responses. With surveys, there are 4 teacher training stages and a stage for managers and lead teachers. That's 5 altogether. After each of those stages, we have surveys, and longitudinally over the 14 years of the project, we've been tracking satisfaction rates with the teacher training stages. As for the informal evaluation data channels, those would include things like conference presentations and interactions with professionals there, comments on the teacher-only forum, which is a forum on Avenue, which teachers are automatically enrolled in. From our teacher training stages, we get really positive feedback. 90% plus satisfaction rates on the surveys that occur after each training stage. What are the successful features of the program that clients point to? I would say for learners, it's the possibility of learning anytime, anywhere, and on all kinds of digital devices. For teachers, I would say it's specific custom features we've built for the Avenue solution. One of the huge benefits of Avenue that teachers enjoy is having an e-portfolio solution.
Why Avenue is amazing for us is their e-portfolio solution, which is portable, and each student's portfolio can be downloaded. So if a student moves to another organization and that provider is using Avenue, that their new teacher will have access to their binder. So this is very important in the link program. If a provider is not using Avenue, a student can download their e-portfolio and present it or print it and put it in the physical binder.
Another newer feature that teachers are falling in love with is the course builder. And that allows them well, metaphorically, push a shopping cart around a library of e-modules and create a custom course for use with your learners. And I would say another feature that learners and teachers both enjoy and benefit from is the communication features in Avenue and a learning management system. Communication is at the heart of effective language training. Learning a language means learning to communicate with others in that language. So it can't just be between you and the device. It has to have social engagement built into it. And Avenue does through forums, wikis, blogs, all kinds of messaging that's possible. And that enables sharing, collaboration, and communication. The Avenue solution is really almost infinitely adaptable. We see, for example, many newcomers, particularly refugee populations who have very low literacy in their mother tongue and no literacy with the Roman alphabet. And this is a very challenging teaching learning environment. Well, you'll get teachers on one hand who say, no, you can't use an online solution in that context. But we actually know of quite a few instances where teachers have simplified the Avenue environment to the point, taken all the clutter out, made it very pointed and simple to perceive visually, and made it work with literacy instruction. And that's very gratifying for those literacy learners if they don't feel isolated from the information technology that they see being used all around them. The question is, what skills are required to deliver the Avenue platform? I would say, really, you don't need to have any coding skills or specific expert knowledge of information technology. All you really need to know is how to use a mouse, a keyboard, and a device. That's true of both teachers and learners. Obviously, with teachers, because they're doing course design and delivery, it gets more complicated. But I think everything they need is embedded as knowledge in the teacher training stages. And where they do run into knowledge or skills gaps, we have our live help synchronous chat line, which is available Monday to Saturday during office hours, coast to coast. We have that feature available for just-in-time help.